It is a dark and disastrous time for the good people of the peaceful kingdom of Baljing. Zabaong, a vicious and jealous warlock, has unleashed his evil hordes upon the land, ransacking and pillaging everything in their path. The country is in ruins and the people despair. However, a brave warrior has been summoned to Baljing's protector, the Dragon Spirit, to battle Zabaong's evil armies and bring peace once again to the land. Engage the enemy as a valiant gladiator with an onslaught of muscle and steel, or do battle in the air as you become a fierce and formidable dragon. You'll encounter everything from robots and giant centipedes to monstrous sea serpents as you guide this courageous warrior and his dragon alter ego through the 6 stages of Zabaong's sinister henchmen, and make your way to the final encounter with the wicked sorcerer himself. All the good people of Baljing are counting on you. This is Dragon Fighter from Natsume and Sofel, released in 1992. I think I have seen the box art for this somewhere before, and because of that, ignored it. The box art is pretty cheesy, even for NES games. This is up there with a Vice Project Doom kind of cheesy. Now the Japanese box art, a little less cheesy, but still not super great. Anyway, Dragon Fighter, Sci-Fi Pictures original film. Oh, that's actually not what I wanted. Thought I clicked that link. Here we go. Developed by Natsume, first published in Japan by Towachiki in 1990, and North American Sofel by 1992. Set in a fantasy world, blah, 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 blah. We heard about all that. We take control of a magical human fighter who has the ability to transform himself into a flying dragon, once you figure out how to do it. As the fighter, the player can run, crouch, jump, and attack with the sword, as he would in most side-scrolling action games. As the fighter, the player can also shoot a projectile attack by holding the B button until the character begins to flash, and waiting until the attack is fully charged. The types of projectile fired depend on the color of the player's outfit, which can be changed by picking up certain power-up items labeled with the letters G for green, which is your default, blue, and red. Underneath his life gauge is a metamorphosis gauge that will gradually be filled as you destroy enemies. When the metamorphosis gauge is at least halfway full, it will flash and the player can transform into a dragon by pressing and holding up on the D-pad at the peak of the jump. The peak of any jump is where the A button is let go prematurely also count, so you don't have to do a full jump. I actually had to look up how to do the transformation, because I didn't know. As a dragon, the player will hover in the air while the screen scrolls automatically to the right. That's kinda not true sometimes. Similarly to a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, dragon's attack corresponds to the color of the player's outfit. While you can fly in any of the 8 directions, you cannot turn around, and the dragon will only face an attack to the right, which is true. As a dragon, the player's metamorphosis gauge will gradually be drained out, and we will transform back when the gauge is empty. We can also transform back at any time by pressing down and A simultaneously. Though the instruction manual says you can also do so by pressing A rapidly, it does not work. Other power-ups beside the different color outfits include energy restoring potions, a flower that helps fill the metamorphosis gauge faster, and a ring that will destroy all enemies on screen. At the end of each stage, we will receive a staff that will increase maximum health. It will also partly refill our health gauge. There are 6 stages in all, each with their own guardians awaiting to challenge the warrior at the end. The game will end if the player loses all of their life power and the only 3 continues provided in the stage where you died before you have to start all over. Not a very forgiving game, but that's because it's from Natsume. This was kind of fun. I might let's play this. Goofy box art aside, I think this could be a pretty interesting game to see played through all the way. It's a neat idea. Kind of flying warriors-ish, but plays a little more stiffly than that.